Ka Iing Dorbar Halor ka jala ha ka si baar ka Iatai Halor ka Kam Pynroi ya ki Kam Pynroi ha ka lengki benta jong Khappud badan ha ka jala. Ya kani ka mat lawara do amelien na rilom garo uwinusan sangma.
Mr. Speaker, sir, reply to start question 29A. Third allotment of fund under SABADP for Badu Kalaichar West Karo Hills is 217.32948 lakh and 274.186 lakh for the year 1819 and 1920 respectively, and for Dalu West Karo Hills 198.55627 lakh and 228.45501 lakh for the year 2018-19 and 2019-20 respectively. Further, the amount of 190 lakh under BADP Additional Fund 2018-19 has been allotted under Dalu Border Block. 2. Sir, the allotment of fund under BADP for Badu Kalaichar Southwest Karo Hills is 2.84 lakh for the year 2018-19 and for the year 2019-20 is nil. And for Badu Dalu West Karo Hills is 9.84 lakh for the year 18-19 and for the year 19-20 is nil. B, C and D, sir, as per statement placed on the table of the House.
Speaker, sir.
Yes, Babu.
May I know from the Minister why there is no allocation of fund for the year 18-19 and 19-20?
Sir, for 18-19, I think it's referred to ISBADP. For 18-19 is 9.84 lakh, and for 19-20 is nil. Nil is, sir, because under ISBADP for the year 19-20, we did receive fund from the government, but we are processing for the year, for this current financial year.
Speaker, sir, I'm very thankful for placing the details of the allotment of fund and the work executed by the respective persons and the agencies which is placed here. I raised this question. Why? The officers concerned of these two respective Border Area Development officers of Dalu and Kalaichar has been asked to report to us with the details of the sanctions. They never turn up, and the copy is not marked to us. The sanction copy never come to us. The respective jurisdictions where we represent SMLs, the copy of the sanctions never come to me. When I ask, the officers doesn't report. It amounts to insubordination.
Honorable Member, I think would you please put a supplementary question, please?
I'm coming to that. It amounts to insubordination. So, I want to request the Minister to give a direction to the officers. And always when there is sanctions, the copy should be marked to the officer, representatives concerned. That has to be done. Otherwise, where we should know.
It was never done.
Copy of the sanctions should be marked to the concerned representatives also.
Sir, I think the honorable member, he don't know what it is his role. He is the member of the district selection committee of the BADP.
Yes.
So he should know what is proposed there. So regarding what after the sanctioning of the scheme, they didn't forward the letter to the honorable member. So I will look into that. I will see that all this sanction should be given to them also.
May I know from the Honourable Minister whether funds under BADP for the year 2021 has been released by the Government of India?
The fund for 2021 have not been released.
Sir, so the funds for 2021, as I am aware, has been released. I would request the Honourable Minister to kindly do a little bit of diligence, and this fund is stuck with the Finance Department. I would request the Honourable Minister to kindly look into it and kindly release the funds, because we have already lost enough of time due to COVID, and we need to start work, because Mawphor constituency also has a major share of border area development programs, and therefore I request the Minister to kindly look into it and release the funds at the earliest.
So the fund will be released in these coming weeks.
So I have one more point. Like my colleague, Mr. Winasan has just mentioned relating to these irregularities in the implementation, I would suggest to the government that a uniform code of implementation or a guideline be introduced in this border area development. Because so what is happening is, like, it differs from block to block, because there is no specific guideline. So therefore, most of the time, these implementation and the execution of the works are left at the whims and the fancies of the border area development officers. And therefore, that is why we have these kind of discrepancies, and the MLAs are also not taken into consideration at times. There are MLAs, like I follow up on a regular basis, but there are times the BADO may not cooperate because there is no late guidelines. So I request the government to kindly bring about, it's time that they bring about a specific guideline for implementation of all these programs.
So guideline is being followed and will be followed in future also, sir.
In course of the reply for the principal question, my attention has been drawn to the reply at A2. Allotment of fund under ISBADP for Kalaichar, and both Kalaichar and Dalu. For 18-19, there has been allotment, but subsequently no. Now this Interstate Border Area Development Program fund was conceptualized based on the hardships that the people residing at interstate border areas are subjected to. This was done after exhaustive due diligence as to how proper intervention can actually take care of various developmental gaps in those areas. Now, in the preceding 2 years, I've seen that this has been almost as bad as abandoning the program. And it is also reflected in this figure which is available in course of the reply by the Minister. So may I therefore know from the government whether the government intend to abandon this interstate border area development program, or would like to further support in view of the actual need of the people in those areas.
So we will continue with this program, as I replied before, that during this year we are going to sanction funds.
Mr. Speaker, sir. Now, there has been changes in guidelines off and on in respect of the spatial central allocation and the implementation of the programs thereof by the ministry concerned. Now, I would like to know from the government, through the minister, whether there is a recent changes in respect of the guidelines for the implementation of fund under projects supported under the Spatial Central Assistance under BADP?
Yes, sir, there is a change in the guideline.
Therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, may we know the proposed changes in respect of the guidelines by the ministry concerned and the stand of the state government?
Sir, before publishing the revised guideline of 2020, the Government of India, Ministry of Home Affairs Border Management, has already published in their website for all the interested people to see if they want what is to be done so that this guideline, because they will change it. And the state government, after looking into that guideline, I have seen that many of the projects have been left out, which have been given before. So we request the government that status quo should be maintained. But after that, the central government in its wisdom has agreed to some of our proposal, but come out with the new guidelines, sir.
In continuation, because it's a very important aspect. I think government is already seized with this issue. Now, the question of ensuring that the developmental gaps are identified by the state government through a process which is formatted in the guidelines. That is very important in our federal structure. Now, the recent attempt to change this guideline dilutes the role of the state government, number one. And number two, let us please understand that we are trying to take care of the developmental needs of the program by people out of scarce resources. Now, we have number of programs, MLS schemes, MGNREGS, number of initiatives. Therefore, there has to be a proper coordination in respect of the identification and processing of the proposed programs. And that should be best left to the state government, rather than Government of India trying to supersede and reach out to the needs of the people directly. I think that should be taken up properly. I make a submission through you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Honorable Chief Minister himself should take up this issue properly. And I think all the states should come together to address this concern and get it appropriately formatted in the true spirit of our federal system.
Sir, as I have already mentioned, we have seized this matter and we have communication with the Ministry of Home Affairs. Government of India is being done and being followed. Because as the Honorable Leader of Opposition has been mentioned, that with this new guideline, it is very difficult for the state government and the stakeholder to have a complete say like before. So the communication is there, and we'll continue to communicate to protect the interests of the people, taking into consideration the land tenure holding system, the terrain of the area, and also where is the gap is to be filled and what type of project is to be done. So we are following up and we will follow it, sir.
Where we have seen very less amount sanctioned in interstate border area development program. I'm concerned with this because Tribhuj share a long boundary with Assam. And one of the issues which is pending till now, why our land day by day has been encroached from Assam? Because of lack of development. So I want to bring to you, sir, to the government, to the Department of Border Area, that it should earmark more fund for development of all the border villages within the state. At the same time, sir, I want to bring into the notice of the House. In 2018, when I have a privilege to sit in the district committee, I found that 23 villages within Mawphor constituency, they did not notify from the border area development to be entitled to get border area scheme because this name is not figured. I have enlightened the Deputy Commissioner, and from the Deputy Commissioner they have wrote to the state. Until now, notification has not come till date. Around 23 villages which fall under Mawphor constituency, which share around 50-kilometer boundary with Assam. So I fail to understand for the last so many years, it has been left unattended. So I would like to urge through you, sir, that the department will take a special care. They have to notify those villages so that they will entitle fund to development those areas so that we can protect our boundaries by giving certain developmental activities unless we will develop border area, especially Mawphor constituency and Jirang constituency. We have been witness this. In West Kasil, we have been witness. In Block 1, Block 2, we have been witness all this. Because lack of developmental activities. I would like to draw attention of the government to please ensure that developmental scheme has to be speeded up and the amount has to be sanctioned. Like for example, sir, in Ribhoi in 2019, the amount proposed is around 2.5 crore and it has been earmarked around 11 lakhs. So they cannot do anything. So my humble request is to take special care on the border issue so that we can develop our border and protect our land.
Sir, regarding those village, I will look into it. And regarding that fund for the border area, sir, border area department, the fund allotted is a drop in the ocean of so many developmental work which the government has done through all other line department. So, but regarding the fund from this, as I said before, we will see, because this is from the state plan, we will see how much we can earmark. We have we will do whatever possible to develop. But as I said before, border area development department is only a drop of so much developmental activities which are being done for the past 2 years in the border areas, sir. Thank you.
Sir, I want an assurance from the minister that those 23 villages will be notified immediately.
Sir, I cannot give an assurance. We have to, I have to seek the record. What is that record? Whether it falls within the parameter of that I will see. But once I have said I will look into it, I will. So let us trust ourselves, so that we will see.
Mr. Speaker, sir, if we listen to the replies of the Honorable Minister, he is referring to this border area development as a drop in the ocean. There are lots of developmental programs from other different agencies. That means development is oversaturated. He means to say developmental works have been oversaturated in the state.
Sir, he should not put his word into my mouth, sir. He always tries to put his word into somebody's mouth. So let us respect
even this particular department is very, very important, Mr. Speaker, sir. So I just want to correct his statement only. So now my question is, again, when the questioner of this particular start question, the honourable member from Samanpura, Mr. Winarson D. Sama, was referring to certain issues, the minister replied that he himself, the honourable member himself, is the member of district level implementing agency. But Mr. Speaker, sir, practically, when the programs are proposed, then only MLAs are called by the chairman, which the respective deputy commissioner. After it is sanctioned, yes, it is true, Mr. Speaker, sir, the MLAs are not called or consulted while implementing the schemes. That is true. Now, let us come to the reply of number 2. The Honourable Minister has replied that in Dalu BTO, West Garo Hills, 9.84 lakhs for the year 18-19. Now this particular program is ISBADP, Interstate Border Development, Interstate Border Area Development Program. Now Dalu is very far away from interstate of Meghalaya with Assam. I don't know how this Dalu block is also eligible to get scheme under this program of Interstate Border Area Development Program. I get some clarification for this.
So, I have to see how it falls under that. But the amount is sanctioned 9.84 lakh.
No, Mr. Speaker, sir.
He doesn't want.
It is very evident. We know geography, Mr. Speaker, sir. Dalu is in the interstate border, southernmost part of the state. International. in the international border. And this very program is for the people residing in the interstate border with Assam. So how come this Dalu area is becoming eligible? What is the criteria to be benefited out of this program? So the Honorable Minister said he'll have to look into, so what he's looking, we want to know.
We will look how this project being implemented in that area, if it is not false within that area. So we have to rectify so that Dalu may lose the interstate border in the near future, if it is not false.
No, that means
We can cancel it.
I'm made to know that the department has committed mistake as far as selection and sanctioning of the schemes under this program is concerned. Whether the department has committed a mistake.
So, as I told before, this scheme was proposed from the district level selection committee.
See, Mr. Speaker, sir, when the government is giving any reply, any statement like this, when the reply is lengthy, is the practice of this August House that we reply, we put on the table of the House. So when I'm going through this reply, the list of the schemes asked for, it is mentioned, but numerous number of schemes have been indicated here, no amount has been mentioned. That will have to be asked separately, and if we ask, it will become different supplementary again. And in 2019-20 under Kalaichar BADO, the work progress. The same year, somewhere it is 100% completed, but somewhere it is only 40% completed, 60% completed. May I know from the Honourable Minister the reason for which certain projects are being delayed to be completed, when others have already been completed 100%.
Work is ongoing, sir.